And we're live. Let me set up my tablet. It is 10:30 at night, um, California time. Okay, I got it now. I had it on mute. Can y'all hear me now? Okay, I got it now. I had it on mute. Okay, yeah, I can hear myself. We good. We are good. We are good. We are good. We are good. Okay. Had to set my tablet up. Now, it's 10:30 at night in Cali. That means it is probably it's 1:30 on the East Coast, 12:30 in the Midwest and South. Ain't nobody up listening to me, but this will go on and people will see it tomorrow. But I just had to make this little brief presentation, improve some things, and get some stuff off my chest. Right? So I have the title that says Proof Chief X is the first pseudo killer and teacher of the conscious community, right? Bold claim, right? But let me clarify. A lot of this pseudoscience and revised and fake history taught throughout the conscious community, I've debunked long ago before anyone even thought about it or had the balls to attempt to debunk it. Wait a minute, you like my shirt? So a lot of these things I'm about to speak on and show and prove, because I don't just run my mouth, I actually show and prove. I was probably the first one to speak on them and teach on them and have the balls to clarify and get the conscious community, the so-called conscious community, on the right track. They're still lagging behind, but I had to flip thousands of people, right? And people say, oh, Chief X, you just talking. No. I'm trying to tell you. When I tell people I was the first one to teach that the Moors weren't black people and teach the correct history of the Moors, I'm telling the truth. Then everyone piggybacked off of me. I was the first person to teach no black folk came to the Americas and showed and proved. I was the first people to speak about the Olmecs and that they're not black. I was the first person to teach and show people that people used to think that the Olmec heads had braids coming out the back. I said, nope, them are feathers. The Quetzal feather. Right? People were shook. And now everybody piggybacks off of that and act like, they was always real. Nope. right? So I'm going to show improve and share my screen and show all this. Dana Garrison said, I still think some black people came, just not in large groups. Dana Garrison, that statement you made was the initial statement I made. When I didn't know, I said to this Latino scholar, I said, I think some black folk came to the Americas on an accident, and a very, very small population was here. And he got to debating me and whoop my ass. From then on, I stopped saying that and said no black people, because again I began to research into traveling and ships and the advancement of shipbuilding technology. And come to find out, the Portuguese advanced shipbuilding technology in the late 1300s. And I began to use my common sense and logic and realize that Native Americans and sub-Saharan Africans only had canoes. Right? How could they travel across and get to a large body ocean? It's impossible in a canoe. And being that I was in the Navy and I sailed the seas and I crossed the China Sea in storms and went on Westpacs, what they call West Pacific Ocean, right? I realized it is impossible for a canoe to travel any kind of large body oceans. Impossible. The waves that we were taking, salute to you, Big Nuke. The waves that our ship was taking was hardcore. And we're on big steel Navy ships in modern times. I remember for 5 days straight going through the China Sea. And our big old ship, not a canoe, was taking 45-degree turns for about 3 days straight. If that was a canoe, in 1 hour, it would have capsized and shit. The wave would have knocked everybody off the goddamn boat, and you would have drowned in that cold, cold water, hypothermia. Everyone is dead. So this is why the mythological story of Mansa Musa trying to come to the Americas, and the mythological story says that 200 ships left and only one came back to tell everybody that everyone died and drowned. That's the mythological story about Mansa Musa coming to the America. Read up on it. I'm not making this up. Right? Because a subpar ship cannot cross no large body oceans without getting pounded and everybody dies. Me being in the Navy, I understand this. Right? So let me pull this up real quick. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. I'm gonna get into this and I'm gonna show and prove everything. Just stay down. All right. Now y'all can hear me. I seen I had a notification that my sound went off. Let me make sure. Okay. Let me share my screen. I had made this video a while back. Let me see if it shows on my tablet. Okay.
All right, family. All right. Chief X, the God best.
And it is titled, let me blow it up. It says right here, Africans would have died trying to cross. Let me make it a little smaller so you can see. Trying to cross the Atlantic Ocean prior to 1300 AD. Interesting video, right? And in the video, how long ago I make this? 5 years ago. See, I've been on this shit for years, right?
We're about to give you some real common sense science about ships and boats and how that Atlantic Ocean will kill you. Watch and think.
So I show. I don't really want to play the audio for this.
Out there, they're inside because it's fucking cold.
This video clip is on board a ship, and all these cars sliding that was on this ship. And when you get out there in deep waters, I'm talking about deep waters. When I was in the Navy, I'm talking about so deep you don't see no land nowhere, and them seas get rough. I'm not talking about sailing along some coast and shit in a lake, in a sea. I'm talking about deep out in the Pacific or Atlantic Ocean where you don't see no land and you're traveling for days and weeks, right?
And you will fall off that boat.
Right? So I'm just showing, look, like I was just showing depictions of sometime how rough seas and small boats like this one, which is a large boat, will get swallowed up in some rough seas. Even a big ship like this in rough weather got problems. And you're going to need cargo ships or escorts to help you. A canoe that a Native American had or African or sub-Saharan African had couldn't cross no large body oceans. Therefore, no one could have traveled to the Americas. And no one traveled to the Americas until shipbuilding technology advanced. People are in the Mediterranean world, in the Mediterranean Sea, but that's a sea. It's not what we would consider a large body ocean. So if you get time, just check out this video if you got a time. It's called Africans Would Have Died Trying to Cross the Atlantic Ocean, right? Let me move off this. Now, where do I want to start? Brother Ankh of the Pseudo Killers today made a video about Moors. And I said, Brother Ankh is talking about all my talking points. Right? Everything I used to teach way back in the day. When I was debunking blacks being Moors, nobody got it. They didn't understand it. Right? This video right here, you can see the date. This is why I said I'm going to show and prove. This date of December 21st, 2017, it says in the description of this video, the Ascari, not Moors, captured and enslaved Africans. Right? You can see. Moors are Berbers and Arabs, not Africans. But what I meant at that time, not sub-Saharan Africans. Because Berbers and some Arabs are Africans, but I wasn't on that then. But so I said Moors are Berbers and Arabs, not sub-Saharan Africans. No black African was ever a leader of Spain or Morocco ever in history. There's nobody in the so-called conscious community. That's my context. I'm not talking about academia. Nobody in the so-called conscious community prior to 2017, December 21st, ever spoke these words, ever taught this information. When I came at this information, and this is what, only 6 years ago, everybody was shook and bothered with me. Today, everybody's telling you this now. Why? Chief X taught them that. And everybody piggybacked off of me. You'll get $100 if you can show and prove anyone predating 2017 teaching black folk that you weren't the Moors. I was the first. Ank's entire election was piggybacked and bit off of what I said. Wait a minute. I'm not muted anymore? Okay, let me see. Hold on. Okay, I'm not muted. Right? So I'm showing you dates and showing and proving. Let me move on from that. Right? So I'm showing you dates and showing and proving. In the video's titled, More Lies. Moors versus the Ascari. Because in this video, let me just push play.
Or Morocco.
People used to show these characters, especially Sarah Seti, and everyone thought these were the Moors. But no, these were the Ascari. You see they have a fez on with a tassel hanging. Those are the Ascari. Those are police fighting, the Ascari are police fighting colonial, I'm saying that wrong. They're the police fighting for colonial forces and Europeans. So remember Sarah said he should show these videos, the Moor with a tassel, and he's shooting a black kid, and they lined up. I had to tell you, those are the Ascari, not the Moors. This is in Central Africa, South Africa, and in parts of East Africa. They are the Ascari, not Moors, that wore the fez. Real Moors in Morocco, the Maghreb, wore a turban, not a fez. Let me repeat this. They wore a turban, not a fez. Okay? Let me move on. This was an interesting video, and I made this video in 2017. Wasn't nobody talking about that. Here's a whole bunch of them lined up. These are police fighting for colonial forces. They're not Moors, they're the Ascari. But Sarah Seti and the elders and all these people in the community used to teach that these were Moors. They were all wrong until Chief X corrected them. Okay? Now let me move on. Even, let me go back here, hold on. Right here. Let me blow it up so people can see.
This Chief X.
Wait a minute. I can't move this over. Let me make it a little smaller. Here we go. If you can see the date on here, this is March the 12th, 2014. Let me just read it to you on the right if you can't see too good. This says, my interview with a real Moroccan. Moors I have next to it. This is my Moroccan customer. Right? So because I'm into cannabis, I've been selling weed and cannabis for fucking over a decade, right? This is in 2014. So I had, at this time, a lot of Moroccan customers buying weed from me, and I interviewed this Moroccan dude. This is my Moroccan customer, I said, and Moroccans have never even heard of the Moors, or even the term Moor. They never heard of Moorish Science Temple either. In no fashion whatsoever, I said. I keep telling folk Moors and Moors is not a nationality and has nothing to do with Morocco or Moroccan culture. Y'all niggas need to quit that shit and wake up. Right? And I just was breaking it down. And this is me interviewing him in 2014. This is 9 years ago when all the conscious community was on some dumb shit. They learned this shit from Chief X.
X, the god that's reincarnated. And I'm interviewing my Moroccan customer from Morocco.
Hello, how you doing? I'm from Morocco. My name is Ahmed.
His name is Ahmed Mohammed, correct?
Pause. This is a North African. 10 years ago, I've been telling the conscious community about North Africa, but people didn't catch on then. I didn't go hard. I was just dropping hints. Nobody in the conscious community can predate 2014. And if you show me any individual that can, I will give you $100. On my mama, I will. Chief X was the first and the original pseudo killer, pseudo hunter, whatever you want to call it. And they all piggybacked off of me. I was kicking real shit. 10 years ago, the entire conscious community thought Moors were black folk. Until I jumped on the scene. Let's be real, family. They want to try to erase me and act like I didn't and not say this, but yeah, they all learned from me. Not one nigga in this community ever kept it real until I came on the scene. Okay? These is called receipts. And if you prove me wrong, you get $100. Let's move on. Here's a video that the pseudo killers did today. And I'm titled it The Moors, Mansa Musa, and Early Muslim Conquest, Native Americans and the Black Man, Brother Ankh. Today. This whole entire lecture he did today. Let me just push a little play because they just finished.
Never needed an SEC giant.
That ain't it. I'm tripping. I didn't want to.
Get advantage of a man that can't speak for it. So if you want to be.
And he breaks out Wikipedia. See, they always say Wikipedia X is Ankh's very thing. Wikipedia X. But he used Wikipedia religiously. And there's nothing wrong with that. When a person gets to bashing Wikipedia, that means they're losing the argument. Just understand that. Whenever someone bashes Wikipedia, when you pull up Wikipedia, that means they're losing the argument, so they have to attack the source. Wikipedia is great. But Ankh calls me Wikipedia X sometimes, but all he do is use Wikipedia, and he's teaching out of it. Great, fine, I don't have no problem with Wikipedia. Right? So, I'm just showing you what he did. Now, here's the video I did. I think I did this in 2016, but I think I uploaded in 2018. So just so you can see the date, August 2018. Nobody in the conscious community prior to August 1st, 2018 taught that the Olmecs weren't black people. Chief X was the only one and the first one. If you show me otherwise, you get $100. There's the date right there. Now everybody is talking about the Olmecs here and how not African they are. And here's the thing right here. I was talking about the braids on the back of their head. Right? Because the conscious community Afrocentrics always taught that these were braids. They were not braids.
Feather. This is the back of the Olmec head. We used to always say, including me, that those are braids. Those are braids. That's how you know they're African. They're not braids.
And I broke this whole entire thing down and showed the feathers. I was showing you how the Quetzal feather was important to the Native Americans. Right? And I had all the examples up here. So all these niggas attacking Abos today, attacking Moors today, Chief X was the first one who did that shit. Nobody attacked the Abos and the Moors before Chief X did.
Yeah, those people's bodies and things like that. They had animals and morphing bodies and human bodies.
And I was showing you anthropomorphism in Mesoamerica. You see the monkey?
Look, the monkey on their artwork, the cup. Howler monkey. Howler monkey. That's the howler monkey.
And the howler monkey, which is prevalent all through South America and Mesoamerica. The howler monkey. Hold on, let me just move on. And I was showing the Native Americans and how the feather was important to them and how they wore feathers. Let me move on. So no one attacked the Olmec heads and black folk never coming to America before Chief X did, and I got the receipts. So this is a video that Garfield, when we was cool, used to play over and over and over on his channel. It's called Olmec Heads African, and it's a question mark. And I have note part 1. It's a part 1 and 2. Let me move on. You can't predate that. This was August 2018. I got the dates and the receipts. Let's move on. I made this video August 27, 2018. It's called Why Our Grandmothers Thought We Had Indian in Them. This is Chief X's video. Before I was making these videos, niggas thought we traveled to the Americas, and every single person, 100% in the conscious community in just 2017 was teaching that we came to the Americas, that the Egyptians even came to the America, and the West Africans came to America. I'm the first one to debunk that bullshit lie. You can't show anyone to predate this August 2018 date. I'm telling you what's real. And I was showing you that we were Cherokee citizens, right?
Black free around America.
So black folk back in the day thought we were here and called themselves Cherokee. Like my grandmother. I was talking to my grandmother before she passed. Rest in peace. Oh, we got the Indian in our family. I didn't argue with my grandmama. I don't do that shit. But why they think that is because a lot of free slaves, when you were part of when you were a slave of the 5 civilized tribes, when the 5 civilized tribes enslaved black African slaves, they were the 5 civilized tribes because they wanted to be like white folk in America, and they took on white folk traditions. And these 5 civilized tribes got to wearing suits and ties and shit. There was about 550 tribes. But only 5 were the civilized tribes, the Cherokee, the Choctaw, and shit like that. All in the South. And when freedmen got freed, they gave some niggas land. They gave some of them slaves lands, and they became Cherokee citizens. But not Cherokee by blood. So a lot of our grandparents thought they were Cherokees and thought they were Native American because they were citizens, but not by blood. They didn't understand the difference. So this video right here, Why Our Grandmothers Thought We Had Indian in Them, is a great video. I made this in 2018. Go check it out. No one can predate me. Everyone thought we was in the Americas until Chief X came on the scene. You get $100 if you can find one nigga who can predate me teaching this. And this is only 5 and 6 years ago. This how new he is to killing these pseudoisms. Let's move on. This video right here, if you want to smack up the Abos and these fake ass Moors, play this video. I made it plain for you niggas right here in June 2018. It's called Native American versus African American freedmen schools. All you got to do is show these niggas the differences. They didn't go to school together. The Native Americans had their schools, and the free blacks had their own schools. And the Native Americans was getting abused in their schools by white folk. Here it go.
How Native Americans taught both assimilation and resistance at Indian schools.
You can't find a nigga or black folk nowhere in these Indian schools. You guys don't know how to argue correctly. I argued this shit. You guys is just now arguing with Abos right now. All year long. That's all these. All you gotta do is go back to Chief X's videos. He been taught you niggas this. All y'all doing is piggybacking off what Chief X said. None of you niggas was coming at Abos or Moors before Chief X did. You learned from me. And then you got some fucking balls. So all you gotta do is check out the Native American schools back in the day. That tells you right there who the Native Americans was.
Native American school for kids and freedmen or slaves schools were not integrated. They were separated.
See, this is a video I made a long time ago. Just study the Native American school and freedmen schools. They were separated. They weren't integrated. They were different people. Bust that on their ass. You guys don't know how to argue right. That's the problem. None of these cats want to debate me at all. I've never lost a debate. Because I'm a better researcher than these lames.
Black African kids did not go to schools with Native American kids. As you see, it's not one black African kid in the crowd.
Okay, let's move on from this. So I'm just giving you some jewels if you need to use for some Abos. No one can predate this in June 4th, 2018. Let me blow it up so you can see. Not one of these niggas was talking about this shit before Chief X. Let's move on. Right here, I don't know why I'm going to this, but let me see. Okay, let's just do this. Right here, everybody, I'm gonna give one person credit for this one right here. Proof of the slave ship. And I don't even like this bitch ass nigga, Any Heret, aka Sean. But Sean put me up on the slave ships. Because you know when people say, oh, we're all the slave ships. Or we're the proof of the slave ships. I got an entire video right here 5 years ago teaching where the slave ships is. Right? And you can go, it's right on Wikipedia. Hold on. Every name of all the slave ships is listed. 5 years ago I was kicking this. You guys still can't even use this in the arguments. And you should. It's a list of slave ships, all the owners of the slave ship, what the slave ship purpose was. It was a cargo ship. All these ships, when the slave trade was over, got remodeled and changed and used for different uses. It's like them car reports. They keep a tally on what happened with this certain vehicle since it was manufactured. Every tune-up it had, every change of it. All these ships are kept and logged, and it's a history of it, like Carfax. They'll tell you what the new use of the ship is. Look.
They was using a lot of this stuff for fishing and changing uses. There's sources everywhere. With his fleet, the ships are actually people start.
Look, here's a whole list of ships. If you watch this video, see it's called Proof of Slave Ships. And this is what? 5 years ago. No one has used this arguments because these niggas don't know how to argue. And before 5 years ago, wasn't nobody kicking this shit but Chief X. Par, in alphabetical order. Par, the Plover, Prince, Prince of Wales, Prince Royal, Night 17, and it gives you the date and everything. Watch the video, then you'll have an argument to use. I'm the original pseudo killer. Everyone copied me, and then now I'm on the Egyptians. After I debunked the Moors, the Native American shit, the Black Chinese shit I debunked, now I'm on Black Egypt debunking that. In 2 years from now, everybody's gonna fall in line with me again. I taught you niggas. Right here, listen. Listen. This is a video I made on Facebook. This was in October 2017. Look right here. I don't have to lie to you. That's my name, Variant Xavier. Chief X. Xavier's for Chief X. Xavier's for X. Let me blow it up so you can see. Well, you can't see that. I made it too big. Hold on. Right here. This video right here called The Cherokee and Their Black Slaves. Proof you were not the Cherokee or any of the 5 Indian tribes out of 500 plus tribes. When I started kicking that, nobody knew. I used to say there was 5 civilized tribes. There's probably about 550 tribes. Only thing you niggas know is the 5 civilized tribes, basically. This is why black folk don't never claim to be from the Lakota tribe. Why? Because the Lakota was like in Canada and the Midwest. Niggas was in the South. So you don't hear niggas claiming I'm from the Lakota tribe. Yeah, because it was the Midwest Canada tribe. They wasn't in the South. Niggas only claim to be from them tribes that was in the South. Ask them why they don't claim to be Lakotas. Because they wasn't citizens of the Lakota. They were citizens of the 5 civilized tribes in the South. Here we go. This video right here on Facebook got 451,000 views. Niggas talk that shit on YouTube, but on Facebook, I be cracking. I got 500,000 views with this video in 2017. What was you niggas doing? And I was telling black folk in 2017, busting Moors and Apple's ass in 2017, while you niggas had your drawers and your mouth dropped. Wondering why Chief X is so real. We didn't know this shit. And now everybody, all these niggas piggyback off of me if you didn't know it. It spread. 451,000 people watched this video right here. Niggas argued for months behind this video. Oh, y'all not my Facebook friends, so you didn't know. I'm the original pseudo killer, bar none. There wasn't even a group called the Pseudo Killers when I was doing this shit. Only thing I'm in Raw Squad was talking about was some science and genetics and talking pseudo. But they wasn't busting down this fake ass history. Chief X was. This video got 500,000 views. This right here, I ain't got to lie to you. That's me, Variant Xavier on Facebook. Friend request me. And keep that shit real. I've been busting niggas' ass on social media. I may get low views on YouTube, but on Facebook, I've been getting thousands and thousands of views. This one got 500,000. Where you think these niggas learned that shit from? Let's continue on. Right here is part 2. It says, "Oh, make heads African." Part 2, and I'm speaking on Mansa Musa, and basically I copied this whole presentation today. And I made this shit 4 years ago. Actually, 5 years ago. Bomb-ass video. Don't be just checking my current shit. Take y'all asses back 4-5 years and scroll this shit and check my X-Files. I'm a G with this shit. Check my X-Files. Keep this shit real. No one can go past these dates right here. This was August 2018, but I got shit back in 2014, which I've showed already. Let's move forward. This was 2014, interviewing a North African. I've been telling you, North Africans, you guys is 1% in Morocco. 1%. You never was indigenous or prevalent in North Africa. And to be real, if you really want to talk that shit, niggas hold that skin map close to their heart. Tell them to ride with that skin map. I love it. And look at that skin map and look at the color for North Africa. It ain't black folk. Nigga, see, y'all been standing on that skin map. Wait till I bring that argument out. I'm going to make a video strictly on the skin map and biology of skin color tomorrow. Stay tuned. Niggas ain't gonna have shit to say about North Africa and the color of the people in North Africa. Stick with that skin map and let's talk. Okay, let's move on. This is just to let you know I was researching it. Here it go right here. Look at the color in North Africa. And look at sub-Saharan Africa and people below. Look at Egypt and West Africa and that continuity all across the skin map. It's been a continuity like that for thousands of years, but I don't want to give it away yet. Geographic distribution and environmental factors influencing human skin color. Man, when I drop this skin map lecture, niggas gonna be mad. See, I've been studying. I'm just brief showing you. Right? Activity for the biology of skin. I'm not just bullshitting you. All right, let's move on. What is this we're coming up on next? Right here is a video on my page in 2018. The biology of skin color. Y'all should watch that lecture. I just downloaded somebody's presentation. All right, what is this I'm looking at? Okay. So, for instance, let me do this. Let me show you one of my most powerful presentations. Nobody's seen it because it was so long ago. And it was janky as hell. It was ghetto as hell. I did it. But here, hold on. Right here. Bam. How long ago did I make this? I think I made this. I don't have the date on here. But this video right here. It's called Tuareg Peoples Berber/Arab Moors Exposed. I uploaded this in 2019, but I made it before that. And it was on Facebook, right? And I said in this video, let me blow it up a little bit, hold on. Right here, Tuareg people, and I broke down the Tuareg, and how they took on sub-Saharan concubines. And they had generations of babies with these sub-Saharan concubines. And then the children had allegiance to their daddy, who was either Arab or Berber, right? They didn't have allegiance to their mama, who was a sub-Saharan African, right? So they had generations of borns of black babies or mulatto or mixed baby, biracial babies who were sub-Saharan and Arab, or sub-Saharan and Amazigh, the proper word, but you guys only know Berber, so I'm just stick with what you guys know. The baby was either black or Berber, or black or Arab. So the Tuareg, people always say, oh, the Tuareg were black folk, but they really don't know the history of the Tuareg. That's why I made this video. So since they had generations of slaves born in, and a lot of babies was born into slavery, you will have a lot of dark-skinned Tuareg tribal members. And when we in modern day times is looking at the Tuareg, like right here, why isn't this playing? I got the thing on. Okay, here we go. So if you see a picture, you'll see this black girl and think she's just a Tuareg. No, she's the fucking help. She's a servant, mixed, who was born into the family, generations of them. But they are of a lower class, like the Haritans. People are saying, oh, the North Africa, the Haritans. Well, the Haritans were slaves. And more people born generationally into slavery. That's an outlier tribe, the Tuareg. It's not the norm. Okay, this is the video.
It's hereditary with it. They were born into it.
This is a great presentation. You guys should go watch this. I made this in 2000. This is one of my favorite and best presentations. I went way back and showed video compilations of how they live.
And since that time, science has featured a whole economic basis of these people, of these camps whose borders collapsed.
No, she's a slave girl. She's a kinky head girl. But they become part of a family because they live in a tent.
Yeah, I went deep on this video. Let me just fast forward a little bit. This is one of my favorite presentations, and nobody's seen it. Wait a minute, 2,800 people seen it. Almost 2,900 people. But a lot of people who are new to my page haven't seen this.
I didn't watch that video.
When you watch this video, you will no longer misunderstand the Tuareg. And you'll know why people say, hey, the Tuareg were black. They just don't understand the history of the Tuareg. They were slaves of the Amazigh, basically.
Some of that yet, but there's a lot of Nigerians Muslim. So
yeah, I've been breaking this down. I was talking about the Askari back here. Those are not Moors with the tassel. Those are the Askari. Nobody knew that. I used to debunk Saro Sunseti years ago when niggas was scared of him and wouldn't dare talk back. I was debunking him with this Moor and Askari shit way back then. So I just wanted to make this video. Let me come on back. Hold on. And talk that shit because I see people biting my lines. Oh, wait a minute. Let me show you one more thing. Hold on. Hold on. Don't you move. Don't you move, people. Right here. This is the one I wanted to show. Because this has also been a topic lately. But they got this topic and learned a little bit about this topic from me. Everyone was scared to talk about this until I did. Let me just show you. Right here. 4 years ago, it says right here, right? March 16, 2019. I said, is Pan-Africanism dead? Oops. Progressive? And I was talking about ADOS. Nobody had a discussion talking about Pan-Africanism is dead before Chief X did. And I'll pay you $100 if you can predate this. March 16, 2019. Now they done made 10, 20, 30 videos about Pan-Africanism and if it's dead or not, or some played out shit, or just some ideology in our mind. And they all got it from me. Niggas was scared to death to touch this subject about Pan-Africanism before Chief X did. Keep that shit real. Y'all may not know that, but keep that shit real. And the reason why I used to say it was dead, because when I went to Ghana, then I watched that movie and I was telling everybody to watch this little docudrama, right? About some people coming from England and Jamaicans and a couple black from America, and they went all into Kwame Nkrumah and the history of the Pan-Africans, and then it was turned into, I can't think of the name of this movie, it's so powerful. But anyway, I say, tell me when was the last Pan-African meeting you went to? Who are the Pan-African council members and committee? Nobody can answer any of these fucking questions because there is none. None of you niggas have ever been to a Pan-African meeting. You can't find an itinerary. That shit died in the 60s with Kwame Nkrumah. Pan-Africanism is dead. It's just a feel-good ideology right now. Let's have some real talk. Pan-Africanism is just something people feel good saying. I'm a Pan-Africanism. But there is no Pan-Africanism. Everybody is on their own. Let's keep this here. Everybody is on their own. Ghana don't give a fuck about what Kenya doing, and Kenya don't give a fuck about what Ghana doing. They're their own countries and in their own lane. Who is the committee members? When's the next meeting? When was the last meeting? You can't answer these questions. That means it's a figment of your imagination and something that died in the 60s. In the 60s, they had get-togethers and meetings. And people, not no more. Pan-Africanism is dead. I'm sorry it sounds harsh, but let's just get into some reality. Can y'all hear me? Hit a number 8 if y'all can still hear me. See if y'all alive tonight. And so when I touched on that topic, people were shook. They didn't think that deeply about it or into it. Everybody just don't have that wisdom and have years of reflection. Wisdom is, let me just define it in a layman's term, right? Wisdom is, a person can be knowledgeable, a person can have a lot of information to teach, but that doesn't mean you have wisdom. Wisdom is over time, and a person who has experienced a lot of different things and many things in life. Everybody hasn't experienced a lot of different things. You can be old not having a lot of experience. And you've had time to reflect on knowledge and wisdom over time. Plus, you had these experiences in your life, and you have understanding. And all that over time, being able to reflect and come to higher understandings of something that you went through. Like, say something I went through in 1990. In 2000, I may have thought some way about it. In 2010, I had a higher level of thinking about it. In 2020, I had even a higher level of thinking about it because of years of reflection and thought. So just to give people layman understandings of how, so they can get an understanding, is when someone is 15 years old, they say to themselves, when I was 10 years old, I thought I knew. I didn't know shit. Then you turn 21 and you say, when I was 15, well, I thought I knew it all. When you turn 30, you say, boy, I wish I'd have knew this what I knew. Now, I wish I would have knew now what I knew when I was 21. When you hit 40, you same level, you go higher. I'm 53. But I'm not just a 53-year-old. I've been through and experienced about 10 times more than other 53-year-olds. So it may be some 53-year-olds who may not be wise because of their lack of experience in life. And the inability to reflect on a bunch of different experiences and knowledge and wisdom and information you've had over the time. You get what I'm saying? I've lived the life of a dope fiend. I done made 6 figures, worked in corporate world. I was in the Navy. I've been around the country. I've been to Africa. I've been all overseas to Japan, Korea, Hong Kong, the Philippines, Hawaii. I've been to Tokyo, Japan, China. I've been all... So, I've been in the military. I've made money. I've been in the streets. I gang banged for 3 months before. 3 months. I've done a lot and experienced a lot of 53-year-olds haven't. I'm a little more deeper than your average Joe Blow. I may be able to couch an argument better than the average Joe Blow. I'm tooting my own horn because of deeper levels of thinking and experience, coupled with information and knowledge. So a wise man comes with a lot of things. Would you say, where's the headset? I know you don't want to hear this. I'm not sure if people are talking to each other, but you guys can hear me good. What you say, Ezra El-Basha, skin map is needed. Right. So, I've came to, let me sip my bourbon. Hold on. Thurman Smart, can you hear me good? Hit number 8, people, if y'all can hear me. Well, I don't want to have been talking all this time and I'm not heard. I forgot my damn point. Thank you, 504 top level. What was my damn point? I forgot. So anyway, I just made this video because I heard people talking that shit, right? Now, I've been debunked so much shit over the years, and you've seen this is why a lot of people. Now, some people start digging me and falling on my side, but once I start talking about debunking Black Egypt, oh, niggas then went berserk, right? Because that's the last stronghold, debunking Black Egypt. Now, when I said I'll pay anybody $100 if they can find somebody to predate me, about the Native Americans, the Moors, the Black Chinese, and everything in between, I said, I'm real. You can't do it. I know I'm the first. So niggas can talk this pseudo killer shit, this pseudo hunter shit. They didn't do it before me. Even on Facebook, talking about Hinduism and modern Blavatsky and crystals and magic candles and chakras and kundalinis and yoga and lotus births and all that Hindu shit. The third eye, which has nothing to do with the pineal gland. The third eye is also Hindu religion bullshit. Namaste. We should say namaste. I remember on Facebook years ago, I said, why y'all saying namaste? That shit is Hindu. You niggas is talking about you African. Niggas thought namaste was African for a long time. Y'all don't remember this shit? I had to teach niggas namaste is Hindu. Why y'all keep saying namaste? It's some cute, sexy shit. Niggas always been searching for identity, just stealing words and concepts and not knowing what they really saying. So if you see a sister saying namaste, ask her why you saying namaste. I mean, you can say it if you want to, but I'm just, a lot of times if they say it, they don't know the origin of it. A lot of people still today think it's African. I'm just rambling now. Somebody say I'm based. I just learned what based is today. I asked somebody, what is based? Somebody said this two times. You based. What is based? I just learned what based means today. Let me just read a few comments. We got the homie Dana up in here. Dana Garrison. Thank you, Nuke. Big Nuke said, I love your page. You the truth, family. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you, fam. What's up, Ellie? Yeah, oh, so just to clarify what I was saying a minute ago. Let me see, you like my shirt? Y'all know I'm a 2A guy. Guns, titty, in America. America's the best country on earth. I don't know why black folk hate to hear that. But they don't mind wearing the flag and representing the Olympics and representing the black American tribe. This is my family, man. This is the black American tribe. I'm not from no other place but right here. This is my culture. Black church, hip-hop, shit like that. Now, let me get back to my point. What was I going to say? I forgot again. Maybe a comment will remind me. Oh. So check this out, family. To this day, in 2023, just think about this deeply, what I'm about to say. In 2023, May the 23rd, every single elder or whoever is alive that the conscious community considers an elder or say the words, this is a master teacher, when most of these guys are subpar teachers at best. When you're a master, come on now. Get a master's degree and I might think about it. All right. So, most 100% of the elders, you can talk about Anthony Browder and anybody else, the elder you know, right here on the scene. Professor James Smalls. These guys all kind of teach a lot of pseudo history and revised history. In 2023, all these men, every elder you can think of that is alive, is teaching black Americans the Egyptians sailed to the Americas. I've proved that. You guys can't wiggle from this. In 2023, all your elders teach that the Egyptians came to the Americas. All y'all elders and who you call a master teacher, pseudo's hell. They teach pseudo history and into pseudo science. They all believe in crystals, in that Hindu shit. Now, any sane human being should get a map. I got a map and two globes. I don't want to take this globe down, but I got a map above my head. But do me a favor and simply look at a map and the geography and the layout of the continents, the oceans, the sea, and you tell me How is it logistically possible that from the Mediterranean Sea and where Egyptians is, they can sell to the Americas? You can't sell through land. If you look at a map, you'll say, God damn, Chief X is right. So how are they teaching this in 2023? Listen, the Mediterranean Sea is the only thing they floated around in. Egyptians never was in any Atlantic or Pacific Ocean in their entire life. I tell people this. Right now, on my mama and children, I'll give any man alive $1,000 immediately to your Cash App or your Zelle if you can prove the ancient Egyptians knew that there was a Western Hemisphere. The ancient Egyptians didn't even know it was a Western Hemisphere. They never wrote about no Western Hemisphere. They never recorded no Western Hemisphere. Nothing in nothing says they knew anything about they didn't tell you they knew about it. They didn't tell you they traveled there. If they didn't say this and tell you they traveled to the Americas, how was Black American pseudo historians telling you that the Egyptians traveled to the Americas? That's called a bold-faced lie with absolutely no proof whatsoever. Ask any of them that in 2023, they're going to say, yeah, they did. I got videos where Anthony Browder is teaching this. Brother Reggie has co-signed this. Sonair has co-signed this. Are you serious? Don't make me go there. I've showed and proved this already. Get a map. See, this is why I'm saying a lot of this stuff needs to die because it's embarrassing Black folk on the world stage. You guys may think it's cute amongst yourselves, but all you're doing is embarrassing Black folk. Let's be real for a minute. So they can float around in the Mediterranean Sea, but they can't. It's logistically impossible for them. Plus, they didn't even have a vessel to do that. Now, people bring up the old, what's the guy's name that did the tour, made the Reed boat? Let me just say this, but I don't even want to go into that. That was in modern times. They had escorts. They had weather reports and things to help them to navigate, and they failed the first time and redid it, and what help? So if you want to just take that to heart, feel free, but don't debate me on it. I'll tell you that. So yeah, it was impossible for them to even sell to the Americas. On top of that, they didn't even know a Western Hemisphere or an Americas existed. Why are people teaching this in 2023 and you're calling them master teachers? Like, for real. You're calling horrible teachers masters. You're calling con men. People said Infodici is a master teacher. I got a video exposing Infodici. Go look at Infodici Exposed by Chief X. And you tell me if that's a master, and why would anybody with a sane mind call him a master teacher? I'm clearly showing and proving him lying 10 different times. Everybody's talking about African. There's no such thing called African martial arts. Africa's a continent. Listen to what I'm telling you, Vanny. Think. Nothing. There's no martial arts called African martial arts. Let me tell you from a sincere combat fan and somebody who used to box a little bit as a youth kid. I wrestled in high school. I'm just a youth. Combat sports is my favorite sport. Every single martial arts has a name, a specific name. It's just not every martial arts has a specific name. No martial arts is named after a country. A continent. Therefore, no such thing as African martial arts. It's a made-up term black so-called woke folk made up. Every country in Africa, I mean, has a name for their martial arts. All in Sudan, it's something. What's it called? The wrestling in Central Africa they do. Yeah, it has a name. Is my point. Every martial arts has a name. There's no such thing as Mantu arts, as Ashwar Kwesi used to teach. There's no such term as Mantu arts, people. All this is made up fantasy and cute shit, so people can sound intelligent. Like they can tell you something new that they discovered this and shit. Mantu arts. Show me and define my. If you type in Mantu arts, only thing that's gonna come up is some Afrocentrics or Ashwar Kwesi. What's up, Truth Science Bay? So if somebody says this is African martial arts, that's just somebody fantasizing. Somebody in Black America fantasizing. Every fighting style, combat style, has a name and origin. Thai boxing. But Infodesha will tell you this is African martial arts. And then tell you he's a national champ at some fictitious martial arts name. Like I had to research him. I'm like, when have you niggas ever competed? None of these cats have ever competed in a combat sport. Competing means you're going one-on-one with another man. Not no no expo where you playing and shit. I'm talking about a competition where you into a fight. Somebody's trying to get knocked out. And Fadici has never done that. He's never even done any point fighting, karate, or kung fu. All these dudes do be in their backyard and be doing all this shit and, meditating and doing all this old fake shit. Talking about they such and such degree black belts. What's up, Acadia? I'm just up clowning now. I didn't finish my presentation. I done got some bourbon up in me, so I'm talkative. What's up, Dr. Banu? Wait a minute, y'all. Let me do this. Y'all didn't see my new business? I'm gonna show you my little website like for 45 seconds. That's it. I promise. And then I'm gonna kind of close out. So don't go nowhere. Hold on. So this is my new business. This is what I've been kind of working on for 3 months. I've been working on this hard, y'all, for 3 months. It's called Proud Bandwagoner is the name of the company. It's my website. So I'm selling Colorado Buffaloes gear. Deion Sanders is the new coach. So it's a big hype around Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes college football team. And we're trying to get to the... I became a Bandwagoner fan, so I developed some gear called Proud Bandwagoner Colorado Buffs. Got a couple logos, men's and women's wear. I got the hats and shit. Check out my hats. I clicked on my hats product and this website code as fuck. Bam. This motherfucker professional. Bam. So this is their colors. They wear gold. They wear black and gold. And I got the camouflage too. Right? Look here. And we're gonna get up out of here. And when you hit shop, bam. BuffsBandwagoner.com. Hold on, let me do this. Let me do this. And if you're a Buffalo fan right now without a hype. Support me. Bam, I pinned it. Oops, I put it in there wrong. That is not it. I forgot the S. There we go. There we go. Bam, I pinned it. That's my new website. It went live a week ago. Man, look here, bro. I'm excited about this shit. In this football season. So, this is something I'm marketing to the college football world. You know, some folk with some money. Well, y'all be tough. Boy, I can't fuck with y'all. So sometimes, you know, when you're self-employed, you just think of ideas where you can get a little money. So I'll probably be doing this for the next 3 years tough, and I think it's going to take off. I should fly. That's my grandbabies. They the models. I got the Colorado baby bus. I got some onesies on here. All right. And you put the thing over it. That's my grandbaby right there. Ain't she cute? She got the Colorado baby bus. I came up with that logo. Colorado baby bus. All right. And I did my own logo for it. All right. Got the contact us page right there. This shit is professional as hell. It got the wait a minute. This is the code thing, and then we're gonna be done. Hold on. When you scroll down on the home page, right? Bam, got the Deion Sanders video. You can even watch the video.
I know you heard. Cut. You should have seen by now. Cut. Yeah, they talking about it.
Okay. You can click watch the video. Then the whole football schedule, 2023 football schedule right here. And it just rolls up and down. That shit is professional and fly. I'm trying to tell you. So if you're a college football fan and you're supporting the Buffalo Buffs, Colorado Buffs, support me. Because basically everybody's a bandwagoner. That's why it's called Proud Bandwagoner. Yeah, because wasn't nobody supporting Buffaloes until Deion Sanders went there. So we all bandwagoners. So that's why it was a nice idea, and I think it's going to take off. Right, Doc? If I knew, we about to smack up USC. USC is about to get pounded. We got a defensive end core that's cold-blooded. What's his name? What's the quarterback name in USC? The Heisman. Oh, he's getting sacked a lot if they play Colorado Buffs. Yeah. So did I pin the right website? So save that website and check it out on your time. And next time we convene, you can give me some feedback. What's up, Thurman Smart? Appreciate you. Let me do this. Yeah, so I guess I'll close on out. Hold on one second. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll close on out. So I just wanted to talk some of the shit and let y'all know all these kids at what they say in rap in hip hop is biting my style. But they ain't gonna give me credit, so I just have to take my credit. And like I was the first to go in on like Phil Valentine, and then people knew they was just talking this old crazy stuff. But I put videos up called Phil Valentine Exposed at a time where people were scared to not get canceled for talking about Phil Valentine crazy ass. Called him a white boy and everything. There ain't no black man. But anyway, yeah, I'm the original Pseudo killer, and I just wanted to come on and talk some shit for a while. And let me take my ad. Oh, I'm gonna watch my show. I've been watching this series called London Gangsters on Prime. London Gangsters is nice. Is it Gangsters of London? No, it's London Gangsters. What's up, Mr. Kadia? I guess I get on out of here. All right, fam. Peace out.